it's your girl Stasio. Welcome again to my channel, and where I bring you information and stories that inspire. So today I'm going to be giving a few updates on the stimulus check, unemployment, and the Federal Reserve. And so first of all, as far as the stimulus check is concerned, you all know that about 150 Americans are eligible or applied for those stimulus checks, and about half of the people have gotten it so far. So just to let everyone know to calm down, as far as the IRS is concerned, they started mailing out checks, sometime I think last week or this week. So checks are going out, people are going to be receiving those in the mail. So those who had their tax information from 2018 and also filed their 2019 taxes, those are going to be the first recipients. I believe most of those people already got it if the IRS had their direct deposit information. So that is that for those who have already gotten. As far as those on Social Security benefits and also those on supplemental security benefits, those people are supposed to be getting their refunds or their stimulus checks already between yesterday and today. Obviously it's the end of the month, so if if anyone is on Social Security and they typically got their funds, their Social Security payments through checks, then those are going to be in the mail. But those who were getting it through direct deposit, those are supposed to have been coming between yesterday and today. And anyone who is receiving income from the veterans, supplemental income from the Veterans Office. The other group of people as well who are getting their income now are those who are low-income veterans who are receiving anything from the Department of Veterans Affairs. I'm sure that those people's information is already in the system. Those should be released between yesterday and today. Another caveat to that group, which is very important, is that if they did not have dependents information already in the system, maybe because they were not required to file, maybe because they are non-filers, and so because of that the system might not have their dependents information. Those people are able to put in that information in the IRS website between today, up until the 5th of May. So those on Social Security benefits, their window already passed to our dependents. But those who are, receiving supplemental income from, either the Department of Veterans Affairs or just supplemental security payments, those people have until May 5th to put in their dependents information so that they can get that money or that $500 per dependent in their stimulus package. So that's it as far as those who already received. You probably might be listening to me and you already got yours. That's good. If not, just be patient. About a lot, still tens of millions of people have not gotten theirs yet. So I think it's very important, therefore, to stay current, to know if there are any changes or whatever. And that's what we're going to be bringing to you guys, any developments on this, because in this channel, we talk about personal finance and, just stuff that affects us on a day-to-day basis. Because guys, in this time and season, everyone has to stay current. Everyone has to, know what's going on. The economy is changing, things are happening. So please, you would want to subscribe to this channel, and we're gonna give you the latest and greatest as much as we can of what is going on. And those who are still going to probably receive their information, their stimulus check, is going to include pretty much those who maybe filed late. I know that because the filing deadline was extended to July, a lot of people have not filed later. So those people are probably still going to be receiving their stimulus checks. Again, the non-filers, right? Those who probably are non-filers. Remember in my last video where I talked about the frequently asked questions for non-profit organizations, we had given the criteria for non-filers to put in their information so that they could receive their stimulus checks. So if anyone is in that category, you probably might still be getting yours. And so just hang tight. And I just thought to note here that if there's anyone who is an immigrant and you probably came into the country sometime last year and you did not file 2018 tax return, guess what? I hope you did file 2019, because then the IRS doesn't have any information for which they can process your stimulus check. So if you have not done that, and maybe you came in at some point last year and you don't have 2018 data in the IRS system, you want to go ahead and file, because they are only going to be able to give you that stimulus check if you file your 2019 tax return. Now, onto unemployment rate. So, as far as last week is concerned, as far as April 25th is concerned, the week of April 25th, 3.8 million Americans filed for unemployment. So, in the last 6 weeks, the total unemployment rate in America has grown to about 30 million individuals. So guess what? That is about 18.6% of America's labor force, which is a lot. And guess even though there's going to be the reopening, which obviously is going to be happening maybe from the 1st of May in some states and probably started in other states, we do not know how quickly this is going to turn around, because guess what? Some people who are receiving unemployment benefits, guess what? They are actually receiving more than what they used to make. So some people are not that eager to go back to work. Hello, who wants to go back and take a pay cut? But those who really need these jobs and probably are not able to get, unemployment benefits, because again, I know some people, maybe you did not make as much money last year to support yourself, so you were not eligible to get unemployment benefits. Those kind of people are probably going to be rushing back to work. But then another concern is, how comfortable are people in this time to go out there? Are there enough masks? Are there enough protective equipment for people? What are the things that are really being put in place? Governor Greg Abbott mentioned that, as far as Texas is concerned, from May 1st, the reopening is going to start. Phase 1, restaurants, of course, are, stylists, hair salons, and all of those kind of places. But again, those are really highly human interactive industries, and so there's also a growing concern there, because what are people comfortable putting themselves out there to, at this time, be exposed? I don't know, has everyone been tested? Is everyone going to be tested? So there are a lot of things that come into play when it comes to the reopening, and whether unemployment rates are going to stay high, whether they're going to drop, whether they're going to be consistent. So this is my 2 cents advice to anyone out there, because one of the growing concerns is also the fact that the people staying at home and, at this time having to deal with unemployment, their skills are going to become stale. They are not going to be able to practice. They're not going to have their hands, doing the stuff, their day-to-day tasks. And because of that, people are not probably going to be able to get back into the same workforce and into the same level of productivity and that they had before. So some of those things are really concerned. So my 2 cents of advice to anyone who is at home right now is to learn something new. Guys, I cannot stress that enough. Like, learn something new. In this season, quite well that there are some industries that have not been terribly hit like others. Some people are able now to work from home. The IT industry is a booming industry which people are now looking into. So I am advising anyone around me, I'm advising anyone who listens, and if you're going to be on this channel, get into something IT. So the next thing that I want to talk about, and which is the last thing before I'm done for today, is just simply what the Federal Reserve is doing and in its, in order to keep the economy going. We know that our economy is a credit-based economy, and what the Federal Reserve has done, according to Jerome Powell, who had this conference yesterday, he pretty much said the Federal Reserve has lowered interest rates pretty much to zero until further notice, or until, you know, things calm down. We do not know exactly when, but for now, in order to encourage borrowing, the Federal Reserve is reducing interest rates to pretty much zero. What does that say again? Businesses, be it small businesses, big businesses, business is a way to go. I know a lot of us are employees, but in this season, I hope people are thinking about creative ways to make money. You know, whatever business it is, we're seeing that businesses are being favored and with all of this low, zero interest loans. I think that's really good. And so, you know, at the same time, permit me say that, you know, we do not, if there is no need for anyone to be borrowing out there, calling their financial institution to borrow, guys, do not do it, because again, if we continue in this borrowing pattern, which our economy is now in trillions and trillions of debt, guess what? We, the millennials, are going to suffer. So I think for us as millennials, we really need to start thinking of ways by which we can be creative and really make money in the space of business, because this national debt that keeps growing now is going to fall on us 20, 30, 40 years from today, whether or not we like it. So we really have to, you know, stand up and really think of ways by which we can survive if things, you know, keep going down. And, you know, lastly, I just wanted to say, you know, people should again engage in good management skills. On this channel, we're going to be talking a lot about money management, you know, how to just position ourselves to be, you know, better tomorrow, how to position ourselves to make the most out of this economy, out of the things that are happening. So you want to stay connected to this channel, you want to subscribe, you want to like our videos and comment. Let me know what questions you have. In the world, the leading cause of divorce is finances. So guess what? It is also going to be very important for couples to manage their finances well in this season, because, you know, the world is already hard out there and things are already tough. You don't want to make life difficult for your significant other. You don't want to make life difficult for your spouse. So you know what? Why don't you guys just agree and come up with a good plan to get your family stable? You know, not too much spending, budgeting at this time. Remember, I mentioned in the last video that the Fed is refusing to bail out governments or, you know, local governments and states, because they are saying, oh, states should cut back spending, they should learn to budget their finances better, you know, and all of that stuff. So guess what? If that is what, you know, the Fed is telling the local governments, how does that, you know, what do you think is going to happen to the families? We're talking about 1,200 stimulus checks, but how many families can really live on 1,200 a month? So there's a lot of things to consider. There's a lot of things that are going on. As a matter of fact, you know, pawn stores are receiving and are seeing a high increase in the number of people who are just bringing in stuff to just get a loan, to just get some money, because people need to survive. And we do not know how long this is going to last, guys. So the little that everyone has, please budget, learn to budget. And again, I said, we're going to be bringing more information on that. And again, learn some new skills. So I think that's it for today, you guys. Again, a recap of what I said. Stay patient if you're awaiting your stimulus check. If you are unemployed at this time, please think about learning a new skill. Think about changing your industry if you need to. Just think about staying sharp, because things are going to happen. If anyone is thinking about IT, I'm going to be doing a video that is going to be talking about the top IT certifications that you can be doing at this time, and in order to position yourself for, you know, success. And also, you know, even though the Federal Reserve has brought interest rates to zero, encouraging borrowing, we should not be borrowing at this time. We should rather be saving. And I know a lot of people have questions about putting their money, pulling out their money from savings account to investments account. I'm going to be talking about that in another video, so you want to stay, tuned. What investment options are there at this time? What are the good, investment options? Are they index funds? Are they, should we be in the money market or whatever, bonds and all of that stuff? So there's going to be a lot of stuff coming, so you guys want to stay tuned, want to stay connected to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Share, like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know what things you want to hear about. It's your girl Star Show, and thanks for listening. Bye.